I see the violent shaking, dancing has returned, Patricia.
You know, I haven't been arrested for it in a while. I had to get it out again.
But someone wants to arrest you and put some handcuffs on you.
Oh.
Ooh, girl.
Do I need to give out my number on this podcast? Because I will.
Ooh,
Contact
don't.
us directly on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Don't slide into the DMs, because that means Ashley, myself, the one talking, has to read them.
But Patricia is the single one.
Hey, I'm also single, sadly.
Well, we are recording this in the past, so
Am I
maybe
still
at this
single?
point,
Or are we
Who
recording for
knows?
the future?
as of the time, if you're listening to this right when it came out, Ashley is currently not in America. That was a bad
And
way
I
to put
will
that.
have been on my third-ish date with some stranger.
And Patricia will be in the fourth dimension.
Clearly the fourth dimension, the darkest timeline.
From the time when this, so we're recording early because Ashley's going to be in her honeymoon. However, this is supposed to come out on the 16th of December, so there's big things happening in that time for me. It's my mom's birthday, which is kind of a sad time for me because she passed a few years ago. However, the 20th of December, I bought tickets for the night tour of Alcatraz.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, is the earliest I could get them was December 20th, and I bought them a while ago. Alcatraz, I can see it from outside my building, but I can never go visit there because tickets are so freaking hard to get.
That's how people from Alcatraz feel about you.
What?
Well, that was part of the torture of Alcatraz is being able to see the city and the beautiful lights and the sounds and all of that and not be able to get to it. That was part of its architecture, was to be torturous by not being able to actually fully get to
I
different
want to go to
scouts.
that skyline so bad.
So for those of you who aren't in San Francisco, Alcatraz is a tourist attraction in San Francisco, and it's basically a small island where they used to put prisoners.
Al Capone.
Yeah, Al Capone specifically. People try to escape Alcatraz through swimming,
Yep.
but it's so cold and frigid
And
sharks they would die.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Um,
not that far away from the city either.
exactly.
But sharks.
And who knows, maybe there are some ghosts who are there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of them never been caught, bodies never found, so I don't know.
They might still
Maybe
live
they
there.
made it.
Al Capone's like, get out of here.
Not in Alcatraz, but those who tried to escape, some may have made it.
That's true. They could be living amongst us.
Al
Who
Capone
knows?
lives in my bed at night. Never mind.
Is that a good
anyway,
thing?
Sorry, I'm finishing a beef stick that I was eating too, which is kind of
Do
weird.
you want me to intro? This is WTFAQ,
Oh,
the
hey.
podcast.
Let's talk more about that beef
I've
stick
been
in your
so
mouth.
into this beef stick, I can't help it. I love this meat stick in my mouth. So this is What the Fact, a podcast about questions that we bring each week. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. This is episode 19, which is my favorite number because this is the number that I grew up with since I was the age 5 as my soccer number.
Interesting. Mine was
Ooh.
12.
Really?
Yeah.
I love 19. It's a prime number. It's just been my number in soccer forever, and I just love it. And it's just really close to me. So this is my favorite episode. Also, a motorcycle went by and is making all the car horns outside go off. So welcome to San Francisco.
Well, I do like, though, that you introed your favorite episode with your favorite beef stick in your mouth.
I mean, it's not been my favorite beef stick in my mouth. I've had better,
Beef sticks?
but don't tell the beef stick. Anyway, so we're doing a couple holiday oriented episodes, and this is one of them. A lot of the questions, I think all the questions from this episode are going to be very around Christmassy, but also holiday.
Holiday.
We like to celebrate all the
Festivus.
holidays, Festivus, to be very inclusive.
Truth.
And that car horn is not going to stop honking, is it?
Mother.
I don't think it is. I think this is our background noise now.
Just pretend it's like sleigh bells.
Ooga.
Anyway, so what else is going on with you guys? I know it's a little bit earlier than, we're recording this is the past. This is late November for us right here, but what's going on with you guys?
I went to the grocery store. I was telling y'all a little bit, but I'll share with the pod.
Please.
And we were paying for our groceries, and we saw this lady right in front of us who had a shopping cart with her as she was checking out her own personal one to roll back to her home. And there was a straight-up full-size sword in it with a sheath.
What?
I think this may be the second time I've actually talked about swords and sheaths on the podcast, but I'm like, is this more common than I realize? Do
No.
most people have swords? Vivian has a mace or something.
Sure does.
And then, there was that random guy in Florida, and now someone in my neighborhood. Do I need a sword? I don't know.
Protect yourself.
I just come into work with my general outfit with my belt that holds a full. Let's get ready for scramble.
What you need to do is just wear the sheath to work. So no sword in it, though, just the sheath to work, and tell people like I'm practicing.
I could be like I'm a LARPer. I'm pretty obsessed with LARPing.
Like
Actually,
keep your pens and pencils inside of the sheath.
No, I would carry a straight up sword. Though I think my weapon of choice would actually be a mace.
Did we not talk about weapons of choice yet?
I don't think we
shit,
have.
we should save
That's a future episode. All right.
I think we have the same weapon.
But right now, though, just keep in mind, Ashley is the person who typically does our Instagram account, handles it. But since she's on her honeymoon during this week, the Instagram posts may be kind of interesting. But just know we're doing
I
our
don't
best.
like to go on it much because I use it to stalk a guy who I thought was hot at her wedding. So I don't post. I only stalk.
So if our Instagram account this week and next week are different from what you expect from us, that's the reason.
And also, I thought you were trying to keep that on the DL stuff.
For who? I'm in my 30s. No.
For you.
No. I keep nothing on the DL anymore. Nothing matters.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All right. Things that were, I guess, something just heads up before we could dig into the questions. Be sure to email us your questions because I think we're going to try to start using a listener question whenever we can in an episode, and we'll call out your name if you're here, if we remember to. Not if you're here, because that would be weird.
You're in spirit.
You're just sitting in the corner watching us record.
But you have to face the corner. You can't look at us. Don't look at us.
Just listen as if you listen to a podcast. So, yeah, I think next week we're going to try to incorporate, for next episode, we're going to incorporate a listener question. So we're going to try and do this more often. So if you have questions, feel free to send them to us. We've met some people recently who really want to send us some more questions. So we know it's going to start happening. Don't be shy. hello@WTFAQpodcast.com.
Hello.
Send us hello.
Or slide into our DMs
Or
on Instagram.
either.
Why did they say it like that?
To make it gross.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So, as I mentioned, our questions this week are holiday themed. So let's start first with Stephanie. Stephanie, your first question of the
I
week.
am the first.
So
Question one.
question.
I would like to preface this with something I say in every episode.
What is that?
That I'm a Jew.
Oh.
So that's why this question is very meaningful to me.
I've never heard that before.
Oh my God, have I never told you?
Also, you know what I hope?
Oh,
I hope one
shit.
day someone makes a drinking game out of our podcast.
Yes.
For
Every
how
time
many-
I say it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say. I'm sorry.
I get to say it. You don't get to say it. But yes,
You
if
don't
you
get to say
develop
what?
a drinking game out of our podcast, do it and slide that deep into our DMs.
Oh,
Yeah.
or shallowly.
Because we were thinking,
Just the tip.
we were thinking like Stephanie's is like saying that you're a Jew. Ashley's
Correct.
would be like, I'm an Asian.
Asian. And
And mine is-
word shot.
And wasted.
My thing I say is, but anyway.
No, or I went to a Christian or a Christian high school,
Oh,
a Christian
yeah.
whatever.
I think
grew up in the Midwest.
every time you say you went to a Christian college, it's a double shot.
Double shot!
One for Jesus. One
Should
for
we
you.
like make up our
One
own
for
game?
Jesus, one for my homies.
And another
I'm
one
sorry.
for my other
I'm
homeboy
very
after.
sorry.
But we could get people really wasted with this game.
Maybe we can make a game out of this in the future.
If you have any more things that you hear us say, because we're so close, so we don't always hear that. But if you hear things that
When
we say
I
frequently,
listen, the
let
amount
us
of times
know.
I say, the situation. I was like, oh my God, I said it again. Every time I hear myself say that, I want to take a shot.
So if you're a regular listener,
You should.
let us know some of these things that we're saying that we don't always catch, because this is kind of funny, I think, to have it. We can eventually make a drinking game out of this.
Yep.
We will gladly drink along. I will gladly drink along with you. Because y'all don't drink like I do.
I also want to point out that the car outside is still honking.
Someone needs to be responsible for their car, or we'll just drop a brick on it. Then it'll be honking for a
I don't have any
reason.
bricks in here, so
I
you
do
have to go find
in
one.
my purse.
Okay, interesting.
It's
All right,
been hidden
Stephanie,
by the sword.
Back to your question.
My question is, how did you find out there wasn't a Santa?
So I can start with this one.
Okay.
I found out in 3rd grade. I don't know if that's old or young to find out. I think it was like 8 is 3rd grade or so.
Sure.
The guy I had a crush on, his name was Ryan. He told the class. There's no Santa.
What a
Why
jerk!
did he have to ruin it?
Ryan.
Come on, Ryan. He also
Ryan, you're the worst.
He also stuck my seafoam green crayon up his nose, and he goes, "Can you tell if this is a booger or a crayon?" And he put
Ryan,
it back
you
in.
Like,
my
you need to go to a doctor.
Ryan is another example why spanking should have happened.
His mom was a teacher at our school, so I think he felt like he could get away with more crap.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think the opposite, that he would
My
have
mother
to...
was a teacher and couldn't get away with shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's
His
what I
mom
thought.
was like the art teacher, so she was also kind of fun, little free-flowing, little hippie-ish. And then Ryan was just like, I'm the cool kid. I've got 2 older sisters who went to this school. I'm the youngest kid, and I'm like the shit, right? He was also really cute, not going.
Can we talk about where is Ryan now?
We can stalk him later. I was
We'll
showing
talk
these ladies.
later and provide an update.
I had a story that maybe I'll tell someone in the future about this guy from high school that we looked him up, though. I looked him up on Facebook the other day, and I was just like, holy cow, he had a glow up immensely. And I wish I had taken advantage of that in high school. However,
I've never heard the term glow up until the two of you brought it up.
are you kidding?
I've never.
Have you never gone to BuzzFeed ever in your life? Because that's all they do.
What is BuzzFeed? What is Safari? Mozilla?
Get the fuck out of here.
So
There is
anyway,
no Santa. Get out.
So-
No!
Ryan had mentioned it to the school, to the class, was like, he raised his hand one day and he's like, since I found out there's no Santa, I've been looking for my presents myself. And everybody in the class, like, their faces dropped. We were just like, what the fuck? And I went home that day, and after talking to my friends at Recess about it, I went home that day and asked my mom, and I said, Mom, is there a Santa?
Oh my gosh.
And I started crying, and she goes, do you think there is? And that moment, I remember, it was so sad for me that I was like, I don't think so. And she goes, think about it for a few weeks and let me know what you come back, what your response is. And because she didn't say there is one, I lost all hope right there. It was like my first step towards becoming an adult.
That's so sad.
It was sad. It was really sad for
Wow.
me.
Interesting. That's very sad. And
Thank
Ryan, you ruined it for everyone. You
And
jerk.
you
you,
ruined my
Ryan?
seafoam green crayon, Ryan.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ryan.
He also had
Fuck
these
you.
shorts one time that back in the day, they're like basketball shorts, but they had like the spandex shorts underneath it,
Mhm.
He had a pair of San Antonio Spurs shorts, and underneath the spandex was like,
Spurs suck.
but they're like bright red, like spandex underneath. He wrote on it with a pen, he wrote pissant on the shorts. And I was always, like, they're like very archaic looking handwriting. I don't know what was going on with that. But I was like, why did you write that? And he goes, pissant. And then he just walked off.
I
And
respect that a little bit.
What?
I kind of respect that a little bit. Be like, pissant.
I just don't really know. Like, I have so many weird stories about him throughout my grade school life, but we'll go back to that some other time.
So funny. Actually, you just reminded me of stories that I've heard from friends who are teachers.
Yeah.
And I love all the stories that they have. Like, there is a friend of a friend whose husband was telling us a story about this student of his who went up to a slide projector, those old school
Yes.
round slide projectors in the library, went up, cupped his hands like in 2 cups, and then went with his fingers like, maybe you should describe to people what
Grundling? Are you grundling?
I'm grundling.
Like
And he
boobs
said,
or
yeah,
balls?
balls. And he said, testicles. And then walked away.
That's what grundling.
Like, why?
Grundle.
And
That's
this
what you
kid was
grundle.
like in 5th grade. Why would he do that? He's just, testicles. Like Mr. Burns' hands. Anyways, to answer your question, I don't remember when someone said Santa didn't exist. Though, for background, I wasn't raised religiously, so it wasn't like, I don't know, like, the whole, like...
Because Santa's in the Bible.
No, but I mean... God damn it! But, there's sort of this, like, I don't know. It's a nice story about this man with a beard who comes down your chimney. I don't know. Net, at the end of the day, it was, like, nice to get presents. So I was like, I don't remember it being a horrifying experience, and I frankly don't even remember when I didn't know. But I think knowing that my parents were doing special stuff, I was like, wow, that's awesome! So, like, I don't know, it wasn't traumatic for me.
But you had 2 older brothers, right?
I did. So
So did Stephanie.
Sure did.
Yeah, you guys. Oh, well, you're both the youngest of 3.
That's how mine was ruined.
But you're both the youngest of 3, and you have
Yeah.
2 older brothers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm the only
And
child.
then our
I feel
oldest
left
brother is gay.
No, my middle brother's.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Garrett's the army brother. No, I mean they don't care.
I just thought that we are more similar than not.
I mean, pretty damn similar at this point.
You should have just agreed if you're trying to single white female me.
So anyway, sorry, keep going. I just had the revelation now. I had to speak out.
Yeah,
No,
no, we're the youngest women of the groups of family.
Of three children. You're both,
I don't
You're
know.
both from families of 3 children, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Two boys.
But
and a
I
girl.
also grew up with so many dogs that I was behind all the dogs too. So it was like my oldest, middle, 4 dachshunds, and then maybe me if somebody remembered.
So if
Don't
they
worry.
fed you in orders of importance, you'd be like the last
That is
person
the
fed.
order of importance.
Stephanie, you were the favorite 7th child.
The 7th child. But then they put my name on all of their fucking will shit. So now they knew that's how they can keep me in. They're like, we've just neglected you so much that you've craved the attention. So here it is. When we die, deal with it. Shit,
Aww.
Mom and Dad, that's extreme and I like it.
You're like, I will forever remain your 12th favorite daughter.
I literally have the power to pull the plug. That's a lot of power to give to your 7th favorite
Is
kid.
is that after
They
the
wouldn't give it to the
dachshunds
dogs?
agree?
I have to come to a consensus with
Yes.
all the dachshunds, and if all the dachshunds are okay with it, then we equally all put a paw on the plug and pull it together.
Or is it like they translated like Briggs, 1 blink means yes.
Briggs
2
isn't a
blinks
part
means
of the
no.
deal.
Damn it!
The other 3 dachshunds, we
That's
got
right, that's
Monty, we got Ricky, we got
Okay.
Rosie.
So is it like if they blink once, yes. 2 blinks, no. 3 blinks,
If
top,
one of
coin
them
toss.
pees,
Coin
it's
toss
over.
before you.
then
Josh, they don't have
The
opposable
coin
thumbs.
toss goes on the middle, like just stands
I don't think
up
you
straight.
understand these dogs. There's one who's obsessed with me, one that just pees and backs away when he's scared, and the other one that just goes on his back yay. And if anything happens to my parents, I get all of them. That's part of the will.
Pause together. We make one.
God damn it.
Consensus
They're all
driven
hard.
decision.
They're all useless. They're just sweet, but they're all terrible. You have no place in this heart.
That's how I have to describe my children someday too. Anyway, so your brothers never
So terrible.
Your brothers never told you about No Santa.
I don't remember it. Though I'm trying to. No, both of them are. When it comes to the holidays, my oldest brother is probably the most curmudgeon. He's like, it's just a holiday commercialized to take your money to increase corporate America.
I used to work for a Hallmark, so I know all about people blaming corporations on holidays.
I mean, one of the largest benefactors. Hallmark.
Listen, yes.
Um,
And
No
Valentine's
rebuttal,
Day.
just yes.
I know. I've been there. I worked there.
hey, you know what? It's part of the system. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I please don't look at me while you eat that beef stick.
I love
I don't
it.
like that. You're still not breaking the eye contact.
Bring the trio of heart dachshunds to break this shit.
So we're all these random paws come to the table and they're like, no more, no more.
Where's Earth, Wind, Fire, or Water?
Earth, Wind,
Those
and Fire
are
is
the
just a
ones
band?
we need. Are those not the
Earth.
Captain Planet?
Heart,
Where's water?
Earth,
Water, Fire, and
wind,
heart. I think they forgot some. I don't think there's wind. You just named a band instead of Captain Planet.
So anyway,
Retraction.
No, I'm holding that one.
Anyway, so yeah, not very crazy. But Steph, what about you? When did you find out as a Jewish woman?
Oh my god.
That
Okay,
Santa did not
so
exist.
no, I'm not gonna lie about this. I actually don't fully remember when I was told there was no Santa. But I do remember when I knew Santa was never coming for me. And that was around 5 or 6. I was in front of my fireplace. I was so excited. And my older
Aw.
brothers, as older brothers do, say, Santa's not coming because you're Jewish. And I didn't understand what the difference was. But I was really sad about it, and Santa never came. And then after that, it was just, I think it was just a very easy conversation for my parents to have, to be like, yeah, by the way, there is no Santa. Here's 8 days of socks. For Hanukkah.
As an adult, I would appreciate that a lot, though.
I know. It sucked maybe when you were a kid, but now it's like socks are a great thing so much.
But that's because society has also stepped up that funny sock game. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
all the sarcastic, like profanity socks. I love them.
Should have worn my Hanukkah socks.
Yeah, true. My mom got me some socks that had ducks on them, and it said, "Shut the duck up." And she's like, "It's because you like saying those words." And I said, "You mean fuck?"
Oh, poor Reba.
Oh, Reba.
But actually, it reminded me. You know, my brother, when he was younger, he went to the JCC for preschool, and so he thought he was Jewish. So he came home
Asian
one day.
Jews, yes.
Yeah.
Checks out.
He came home and said, "Mom, when are we going to light the menorah?"
Oh.
And she was like, "Eh?" So one of his, like, "You realize we're not Jewish and you also might be Chinese?"
Might be.
Good thing, though, is that on Christmas you can still eat
Jews
Chinese
are very
food.
accepting of Chinese.
So
We need you on Christmas. This is the most important thing to us.
True. The longest relationship in time between two ethnicities.
Sure is.
So we had friends come over and we lit the menorah and we had Chinese food.
You did?
So
Yeah.
you had Christmas. That's Christmas. We just should have gone to the movies, and then that would have been everything.
Wasn't there like an SNL music video about like Christmas time for the Jews or Christmas Day for the Jews, and it's like them walking around New York City and it's all quiet in this city, and they're like, "This is when we can come out."
And that sounds right. Was that shortly after Dick in a Box?
This was around that time. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll watch it later. But it's really
sounds
funny.
accurate. It sounds
Christmas
very
time
accurate.
for the Jews.
I mean, Andy Samberg. So yeah.
I love
but
Andy
it was really
Samberg.
good. We'll play it later.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's around the time I found out, when I knew he wasn't coming for me because of my religion.
Oh,
And then beyond that, because he didn't exist. I kind of wish it was the other way around. I feel like I would have taken that a lot easier.
yeah,
Of like, there's no Santa and Jewish people don't believe in Santa versus there is no Santa. And also, he's not coming because you're a Jew.
Whenever I think of like
intense.
with you using that voice, it reminds me of like evil Santa in Futurama.
Krampus?
Is that what his name
Krampus?
is? He's like a robot
Krampus
who like
is, oh no, that's,
torches everything on fire.
I know what you're talking about. No. Yeah, evil Santa in Futurama is very different than Krampus. Krampus is like a old school evil Santa of years and years and years past.
Oh, okay.
Krampus is like, isn't that German?
I think, yeah, it's the German version of you suck. You don't just get coal, you get lit on fire.
No,
I feel like every
Krampus is going to steal
German
the children.
child's
Or you
tale
just
is
take
scary.
children.
But German, I think when Germany they tell
There you
tales,
go,
it's about like
Germany.
it's about like telling you like here's what's gonna happen. It's
If
like
you do something bad.
yeah, it's like a warning. A lot of their stories are warnings for kids as opposed to like happiness.
Of course, it's like you're bad. I bite off your arm.
You eat
I'm
people's houses.
currently biting my tongue at the amount of things I can say about German future-seeking situations.
And on that note, it brings us to question 2.
You handed that to me. What's
Thank
question
you for your
2?
question, Stephanie.
Question 2. I'll intro myself. This is Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
On What the Fuck?
Was that not you this entire first time?
What the duck?
What the duck?
What the duck?
And my question is for question 2.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite holiday song or songs?
Multiple?
You can, if you have more than one favorite holiday song.
I have 2.
I have
for it.
3.
Oh, shitballs.
Mine are
I got
more-
nothing.
I've got one of mine is more Christmassy and one is just holiday, like wintertime. But my favorite wintertime song is "Song for a Winter's Night" by Sarah McLachlan.
Can you sing that?
Spreading across the window. It's really.
I don't think that was it.
It's really okay. That was really bad. I'll take that out, maybe.
No,
Never remove that. That belongs
Never remove
here.
singing.
Also include that in our intro from here on out.
It's just like very heavy breathing, just like.
Oh my god. Okay. So let me tell you why. Okay, so I really
I'm
enjoy that song
thrilled.
because it's a song like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. Lots of like harmonizing in it, and but also When I was younger, usually around the holiday time, Nebraska is very windy in the winter, and just like tons of wind blowing against your house. It sounds like it's slamming into your house, but on the inside you feel nice and warm and comforted. Like that's one thing I really miss about the cold, is that the inside just feels so comfortable, and compared to like what you're seeing on the outside. And I used to play that song when I was, I think, like high school and in college. I'd come home over the holidays and play that song, and I would sit in my chair with some hot cocoa, and it just made me feel really good. And so I just really like that song. My second one is a Christmas song by heyyyyyyy.
Heyyyyyyy?
What?
Yeah. So
What?
country/Christian band from back in the day. But they also sang, they were like, I think it was like 3 women, but their harmonizing was on point.
Ooh.
And so they sing this song called That's What I Want for Christmas. And I love it. I'm not going to sing it for you.
No.
However, we did talk about this before we recorded today, that we think we're going to make a playlist of all the songs we say in this. So if you want to hear what batshit crazy Christmas songs we love.
Can I include the song Batshit Crazy?
I feel like
Yeah.
you're just going to include a Nine Inch Nails song.
Don't ruin her answer. But in the show notes of this episode, we will put a link to, I think, probably like a Spotify or a YouTube playlist of the songs that we're mentioning, so you guys can experience these with us. So mine were A Song for Winter's Night by Sarah McLachlan, and That's What I Want for Christmas by heyyyyyyy.
Good response.
Thank you.
Steph, do you have a response other than what I just gave you?
I do not have a Nine Inch Nails song. I kind of wish I had like the Rage Against Machine
Or,
song
like,
just ready to go. Megadeth,
Or
some
Death.
Godsmack. No, mine is sadly very obvious, and I'm very sorry about this, but I'm gonna go with All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
It's such a classic now, though.
I love that song. Why are
It's-
you embarrassed? It's an amazing song.
Because it's a Christmas song, and I think everybody expects more from me.
Who?
And at the end of the day, I'm a basic bitch.
Who? You're 12th on the list to your parents. Who?
Who expects more from you? 'Cause
I
we
don't have a rebuttal at this time. I'm just sad now.
That is a great song.
I respect that song.
It is. It's like beyond just Christmas. It's like a feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to find a true love with this song.
I guess I probably should have said any song from the soundtrack of Producers.
Oh, I was going to say Love Actually.
Or like Springtime for Hitler in Germany. Can I change it to that?
No, too late.
Shit. You had 3 songs.
Two songs.
This is my
have
second
3.
song then.
Wait, which
What
is your
is it?
second song?
The Springtime for Hitler in Germany from
You're
the
going to ruin
Producers.
the playlist.
Again, so Jews go to the movies for Christmas, and every Jew that year who saw the Producers would agree that it's the Springtime for Hitler in Germany.
Okay.
It's a really
So
funny song.
are you
It's a
saying this
really great
Because
play.
you feel like people expect this out of you, and then
No,
it's better
because
than
it
Mariah
actually
Carey?
reminds me of Christmas, because
Okay.
that's where I went for Christmas.
Do you listen to that song during the holiday time of the year?
I do. I listen
Okay.
to that song a decent
That's
amount.
fitting.
Yeah.
Then we'll
She's trying to
absolutely.
validate if we should put this on.
No,
the playlist.
absolutely, absolutely.
Check the
Like the
boxes.
Matthew Broderick, Nathan Lane version.
Yeah.
With what's her face? Oh shit, what's her name? She was in Kill Bill. We
Uma
all love
Thurman.
her. Thank you, Uma Thurman. Oh, I fucking love Uma Thurman. Yeah, it was a fantastic movie. It was good. I haven't seen the play in person, but the movie was very wonderful.
Fair.
So
we'll,
yeah, those
we'll
are my
add
answers.
your Hitler Nazi song.
I think that's right after All I Want for Christmas Is You is
It's a great
Springtime for
lead-in.
Hitler and Germany.
It's a great lead-in for that song.
Yeah, it sounds about right. These songs are representative of us.
This is correct. It's all correct.
Okay, those are good song choices. I had 3, but you took one of them.
Ooh.
So it was Springtime and no.
I knew it. I knew it.
Ashley loves it.
Knew it.
So I had to write these down because I couldn't remember them. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah
It's
Carey.
good.
It's a
Yes.
classic. I watch Love Actually literally every year. I love it. It's an amazing movie.
Here's one great thing about that song, though, is that for the rest of our lives, that will be like turn into like a classic Christmas song, and we remember we're like the growing age enough to know when that song came out and can appreciate like that was a song of our childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we can be like, I remember when this came out, kind of like Last Christmas or
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. Like,
Last Christmas,
But-
gave you my
but
heart.
Mariah Carey's song though will always be part of our life.
Yeah, gave it away.
Gave
Did I
it
say that
away
right?
Yeah, you
this year to save me from tears. Well, stop. I can't.
No
more. No more.
Christmas.
Special.
Okay, my second favorite song during the holiday is by Fitz and the Tantrums.
Ooh.
It's a song called Santa Stole My Lady.
What?
It's a great
Santa.
song.
Okay.
It's a great song. Even when it's not the holidays, I like that song because it's like, it has a good beat, you know? And then lastly, a classic that I listen to all the time.
Is it Baby It's Cold Outside about we're keeping you in because
No,
you're held
but come
against
on.
your will?
Okay, I'm going to start up beef about that conversation.
No.
Because why? You can cut me off if you want, but that is a classic song of that era. I think when you listen to it now, I'm not
ring
like,
around the rosy. It doesn't mean it's any less terrifying.
but I'm not going to be like, I listened to Baby, It's Cold Outside, so now I'm going to do terrible
No,
things.
of
Like, if you're a
course
terrible
not.
person, you're a terrible person,
Of
and you're going to do
course.
shitty ass things without a song. Moving on to my third option is Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes.
I love Charlie Brown Christmas. I listen to it on repeat, basically starting after Thanksgiving.
Aw, that's cute.
It's like the best album.
Do you like sing it in your head all the time?
Yeah, isn't it playing right now?
Yes.
yes,
I have
it
a 30
is.
I have a third answer that I forgot to say.
Yeah.
It's a Brian Setzer orchestra. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Of
of course.
His version of Nutcracker Suite is
Oh, I
amazing.
do
Add it-
love
add
the
it to- add it to the fucking
Nutcracker.
list.
Have
you- did you write it down? For our playlist?
I will put it on the playlist. Yes.
Put it on the
Okay.
playlist.
I will.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But it's one of my favorites.
Also, that's great. I also love.
That's great.
No, I also love the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I like play that incessantly.
This is a good version to keep you happy during the day, and it's like not as long. I think it's only like 10 minutes long, as opposed to the whole Nutcracker Suite being like 5 hours long.
I do listen to the actual orchestra though.
Me too.
I
Oh,
love
you
it.
do?
I
You're
do.
so refined.
Thank you, my taste
Not
is
that
so
refined.
fun.
Although that reminds me, we should go to the symphony where they play like
yes,
like yeah, you know what I'm talking
I know
about. They
what
do
you're
like
talking
about. Yeah.
Home Alone
Yes.
orchestra with Home Alone playing in the
Ooh.
background.
If
Last
you
year,
guys are
did
gonna
you come?
be here, let's do it.
okay.
You don't get back from your honeymoon until January, though, right?
Yeah,
Son of a
but
bitch.
I can look up. They play. What's really awesome in San Francisco is that the SF Symphony will play movies. Will like feature a movie and then play the whole score.
Yeah, it's
and it's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
So I
Amazing.
think last year I saw Home Alone. It was amazing.
Classic.
The whole score was incredible. They had a whole choir come up at the end. Do you remember like Home Alone?
I mean,
the first one?
yes, I didn't see that, but yeah, that's incredible.
You know what I'd love to see? Sister Act. Can they do Sister
Incredible
Act?
movie. But no, I want to derail for a second of what is your favorite actual like holiday movie that you would like to see in that time? Because for me, I think it's. I mean, I don't want to obvious somewhat. Die Hard.
I've never seen Die Hard.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not.
I will. Okay, no, that's what we are doing now. We're gonna watch that. That's the best Christmas movie of all time.
Okay.
And I would love to see that with the symphony behind it. I think everybody would come. Oh my god!
I've only
Oh
ever
my
seen
God.
Die Hard in the episode
That'd be so
of
good.
Bob's Burgers when Gene
Ugh.
did a Die Hard musical.
Bob's Burgers, one of the best.
Yes.
One of the best.
Oh man, yeah. So those are all my songs.
what-
And
We should ask about movies though. Like, what is your Christmas movie of choice?
Die Hard.
Die Hard for Stephanie.
Love Actually.
Good answers. I don't know what mine would be.
Not even
I
Home
haven't-
Alone?
I used to have. I still think I still have it, but I don't have a DVD player. But I had a DVD that was like the fireplace and played Christmas music behind it. That's like sadly my favorite thing to listen to watch. I don't know.
That's awesome.
I'm not a movie person per se. Like I like a good movie, but like I have a hard time watching movies, so I don't really have movies.
Prefer movies over people.
But I do like Home Alone.
But I like the idea of a movie fireplace.
I also like Elf and Home Alone. Both those are really good movies.
Home
Alone's
Alone
great.
1?
And
Home Alone
Elf.
1. Because Donald Trump's in the second one.
You didn't like Home Alone?
No, I loved Home Alone. I did not. Elf.
Oh, I never watched Elf.
I mean,
I
I
love
love Will Ferrell and I like Will Ferrell, whatever. his
I
name
really
is.
like the scene when Zooey Deschanel in the bathroom taking a shower, and Will Ferrell comes in and they sing "Baby It's Cold Outside" together.
Oh.
He doesn't come in while she's showering. Like he's like in the hand washing area and she's in the shower singing. They sing together. I love that. It's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
I liked Zooey Deschanel.
I do too.
People
I like
give
her
her a
new
lot.
girl.
Yeah,
She's
people
great
give
new
her
girl.
so much shit. I'm like, why?
She's mildly pretentious at times. I think.
No, but I love her
but,
band,
meh.
She and Him.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
I
is.
love
Yes.
her band.
Now she's with what's his face from Property Brothers,
what?
the non already taken one, Jonathan Scott.
Whoa.
Which, like, everybody's like, we really like this.
Oh.
Let's make that work.
Interesting.
Everybody's really happy about it.
I like
she
when
have a
she
kid?
sang duets with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I do.
But also Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
I love him.
Oh,
Oh yes, he's one of my.
yes.
He's on my list.
Oh, you're about to contradict us right now, aren't you?
I am. I much prefer Justin Long over.
Justin Long's great. Why does that have to be one or the other?
If we're in
because
a room and there's both of them together, you can have Justin Long.
Okay,
I
if
will
I
take
had
Joseph
to,
Gordon-Levitt.
yeah, if I had to choose
Well,
between
sounds
them, I'd
watching
choose
the
Justin
back.
Long. Justin Long has so many funny dad jokes, and he's just a funny dude.
I had a sex
Yes.
dream about Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Can we unpack that? I don't even care what the next question is.
We'll just cut the next question.
Yeah.
Let's go into that.
Yeah, Stephanie, you need a bigger pour than that. She just
I
poured a
just
glass
this
of wine.
is the last of the wine that I brought. Let's do this.
What was that dream about?
I
I
don't
mean,
remember.
obviously, we know the premise.
I don't recall it. I think before I went to bed the night before, I watched. There's a music video with Zoe Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like in a bank that he's robbing, and it's a really good music video. And I think I watched it like the night before, and then I had a dream about him that night, and I was like, oh yes, I should tweet at him and let him know so he comes to visit me.
Have you watched Don Juan?
No,
Watch it.
okay, I just love him. I know he's like kind of the guy who's like always wanting attention and that kind of stuff, and kind of
Well,
annoying.
no,
sometimes,
it's basically
but
a movie he like
love him.
wrote and directed, and it's just like him having sex with a bunch of people, including Sarah Jessica, or not Sarah. Oh my god, not Sarah Jessica Parker, Scarlett Johansson.
Ah, but I would just be jealous of the women.
I don't get a sense that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is actually a nice person. I think he's very
I
about
do.
him.
No, I disagree completely.
Really?
Completely. Yeah,
Joseph
I think he's
Gordon-Levitt,
probably
if you're
absolutely
listening, please
wonderful.
let us know.
No,
So if you know him,
I'm
if
sure.
anybody
he is
in there
wonderful.
out there knows
Really?
him,
Oh, yeah.
send this to him.
I guess
I know he's married.
Justin Long just seems so much like nicer guy.
I agree with that, but
Have you
I don't care.
have you watched Joseph Gordon-Levitt on Lip Sync Battle?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, so hot.
So just
Hmm.
that makes me.
We'll watch it later.
What?
We'll watch.
Rhythm Nation? Can you dance better than he can for
Rhythm
Rhythm
Nation?
Nation? That's what he did.
I remember this a long time ago, but I'm like,
Does he make you have waterfalls?
Yes.
that's
Yes.
what we call orgasms.
I mean,
Or
then
by
no,
we,
no.
Patricia does.
More interested, but not full waterfalls, I
Okay,
guess. I
okay.
don't know.
Are they chasing those waterfalls?
Don't go.
Don't
Don't go
go.
chasing
Don't go there.
waterfalls. We've already
Just stick
talked
to
about the
the-
lakes and rivers that you're
I
used
seen
to.
a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come. I'm gonna leave a trace on that one. God given rain. You say, but that's a given love. You know that rap from that song?
Way to throw down like that.
That
That's a
was like-
power move.
That was like the reason I got that album, so I could learn that rap.
That was my first CD.
That was my first
TLC?
non-Christian CD.
Really? Mine was Alanis Morissette.
I told my mom TLC was like for tender loving care. She's like,
Yeah,
okay.
and they definitely talked a lot about caring
yeah for
And tender.
or and tenderness.
Loving.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, we do have our third question.
We do.
So yeah, we will make a playlist on Spotify and we'll
Mm-hmm.
share it out. I think some of these are good songs. Some of them are interesting.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I told you we had the same song.
but what is this like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
But mine's a
songs?
whole album.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm just gonna submit the Rugrats Hanukkah special to you.
How come no one said the Adam Sandler song?
I do really like the Hanukkah song.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'll play Christmas
What a
time
fine
for the Jews
looking
for you later.
Jew.
Adam Sandler.
I know.
He
It
was
was
good.
Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are a quarter each.
I
Together
had
they
a-
make a fine looking Jew.
Adam Sandler was like one of my first celebrity crushes.
Me
after,
too.
After
What?
JTT.
Me too. No,
After
mine was
JTT.
after Seth Green. It was an Adam Sandler because I'm very, very obvious.
Wow.
I mean, oh, fuck.
But I remember I was at a sleepover in 7th grade and we
Mm.
watched. What was it? Not Tommy Boy. What was the one where he went to
Waterboy?
go to school, back to school? He went to back to grade school or whatever.
Oh, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. And my friends and I are recently talking
yeah.
about him, and I go, he's so dreamy.
So fucking hot. Yeah.
Aw.
He was so good, yeah. I mean, he's just great. He's also
just
just
really
like
funny.
a good man. He does funny things. The Hanukkah song is wonderful.
Solid,
There's like 3
solid.
versions of it. Put them
I
all on
just-
the playlist.
I also just love really good teeth, and I feel like he has really good teeth.
He does have good teeth.
Teeth are like a thing for me.
Me too.
And then, yeah.
Interesting. Teeth are. It's more of the smile, but the smile, I don't know. There's something like you can have a great smile without having straight teeth.
It doesn't matter if they're straight. I just like a mouthful of teeth.
Just one in the middle of
the whole jaw. Like, oh,
the
baby,
roof of your mouth.
let me brush that tooth for you. Anyway.
We should ask a question, though, in the future on celebrity crushes. I don't think we've actually gone into
I have
for
so
them.
many.
I don't have that many. Okay, so we'll save this for another episode.
Okay.
So many.
Okay.
Okay, on to your question,
All right.
Patricia.
All right, let's do question 3. My last question for you guys is a reflection of the year 2019. Did you make Santa's naughty list or nice list this year? And why?
By whose standards?
Exactly, I was going to ask that. What
Younger
are the
child
contingencies?
syndrome. By whose standards?
Just answer if you like. Just be.
I feel like
very,
is that
very-
already an answer enough just by asking that?
So we're
question?
both naughty?
We're both fucking destroying.
But
it.
then we also have like Asian guilt and Jewish guilt on top of that.
So much
So
guilt.
we're actually on the nice list, but we actually put ourselves on the naughty list.
I think we overthought this.
Okay. Bad answer.
And just in our one statement, we've said Jewish and Chinese probably 4 to 6
Take a
times.
shot.
So 6 shots in that one part of our
I
episode.
went to a Christian college.
Perfect.
Oh my god! Just drink the
But
whole
for
bottle.
real, what you think you go on the naughty list? Why?
I mean, it depends on whose standards.
So
No.
whose standards would?
What are the standards?
Just yours.
My own standards? My own standards, I'm on the nice list.
Okay.
If there's standards held by scrolls
No,
coming down a
think
church
of it this
side,
way.
then I'm on a naughty list.
Think of it this way: if Santa put you on the opposite list of what you think you should be on,
I just don't know what makes what anymore. What's right and what's wrong.
it's up to you at this point. So tell me,
I've
you
done
think you made
good.
a
I've
nice
given
list.
to charity. I've tried hardest at work. I do good by my dog. I do good by my family. But I'm slutty and a drunk. So what does that make me?
So you're good to yourself.
I'm also good to myself. Okay, I guess that puts me on the nice list.
So you're on the fucking nice list then.
Fucking nice list.
All right.
Fuck yeah. All right,
Good
I like
job.
that. Thank you. I'm on a nice list.
Good job, Stephanie.
Yeah, fucking killed it.
You're on the nice list.
Let's do this.
Good job.
I think I'm on the nice list. I'm trying to be nice to people, but some of the people I'm not nice to are probably like, you're on the fucking hell list. So
Santa's got a nice list, a naughty list, and a
hell
hell list.
list.
He just condemns you.
It's like you're so bad. I can't even put you on the naughty list. The hell list is just fire. He
I'm not
just
gonna
throws me
waste-
into fire.
I'm not gonna waste a piece of coal on you.
Yeah, he just like burns up the stocking. Yeah, I would say relatively on the nice list. I have my fiery moments, but you know what? I feel like they're probably justified. Your therapist probably has a lot to say about that, but
No, if you feel good about so this is why I love my therapist more than anything ever. Like, if you feel good by your decisions that you've made, then no, you've done it right.
But that
if
would
you're
mean
killing
that a sociopath.
He would have assessed that earlier on.
Okay.
None of us here are sociopaths
We know.
that we know of. No, so his whole thing is like, if you're doing the best that you can and that you indulge in one thing or another, but it's induce no harm to anybody else or to yourself.
Well,
You've done
inducing
okay.
harm could be harming someone's feelings, but if your feelings are
That's
the
different.
thinness of a M&M, that's not my fault.
Yeah, if somebody's terrible and then you let them know that they were terrible and then they were offended by you telling them that they were terrible, that's not going
Okay.
to make you bad.
Thank you for validating me.
You're welcome. No, it's you do good by
According-
yourself. You know what's good for you, and if you go against that, then that's where there's a problem.
So according to that Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition, I would say that I am on the nice list.
Nice list.
I think I'd put both of you on the nice list too. As well.
Oh,
Thanks.
I
I
love
think
that.
nobody found that family I killed.
Yeah,
At least you didn't buy your own things. You thought it was.
but it made me feel so good. Am I smiling?
Is this the correct emotion at this moment? Am I doing this right?
Did I just do a cartwheel?
Did I do the cartwheel? No, I never killed a family.
Just that one time.
Unless they were hurting animals, in which case I'd probably kill a family.
I mean, you only used the wood chipper once to throw in that body, but it's not a big deal.
they were hurting an animal. They deserve
Yeah,
it.
I refed to
That
full
you have
circle.
vigilante status for various things. Mine are for those who hurt animals.
Full circle,
Yeah.
though, you are re-nourishing Mother Nature, ergo following your value set.
This will
Right?
be very good to help with the soil for the plants.
Exactly.
Fair.
How about you, Patricia?
I feel like I always make the nice list because I feel like I'm a
course you
very
do.
good.
I mean,
I'm a very
duh.
good person.
You are a good
She's
person.
like, I'm the best person, don't you know?
I didn't say that. I just say I tend to my detriment. I'll put other people before myself, and so I feel like that's the one constitution of being a good person.
Yeah.
However, my aunt always sends me these things on Facebook each year, and she'll like tag me in it, and it's the same image every year, but it's always saying, "Looks like we both made the naughty list again." And you scroll down, and there's like a picture like of people's names, and her name and my name are always on it. It's the same image every year, but she's like, "We made the naughty list again."
You know
Oh,
the right
that's cute.
response, right?
What?
Dick pic.
To my aunt? What?
I'm real naughty, auntie.
Whose dick would you
Circling
send to
it
your
back
aunt?
to the
I
episode
don't
what,
know.
2 or
That is
3.
dealer's choice on whoever's dick pic you want to send.
The most
John
recent one I
Hamm in
received-
sweatpants.
But it's not even just a dick pic, it's just a picture of his sweatpants.
Oh.
That made everybody's nice and naughty list.
So,
So
one of my friends used our podcast on Twitch to like instead of playing music, played our podcast.
Oh shit!
I gave him permission, but everybody kept making fun of me about John Hamm sweatpants.
Because this is not a private conversation.
But I also saw John Hamm this week in something, and I was not focused on his crotchal region.
Are you sure it wasn't in your incognito browser history?
It's definitely incognito.
I don't need to incognito
Yeah,
that.
she's like, I saw him this weekend on in this movie.
It was YouTube.
Yeah,
It was YouTube.
It was Pornhub.
Not
I mean,
YouPorn.
StubHub.
Nope. It was YouTube.
John Hamm just waterfalls me every day. I just love him. Okay. Oh no, was he on SNL or something? Maybe that's what it was. But I saw him the other day, and I was just like,
He does
what?
show up in random things. That makes me love.
He does.
It makes us all love him.
That means
more.
that people like him in general too,
Yeah.
like I do, in general. Anyway, that wraps up my question. We had some pretty banger questions this time. One
No
was
pun intended.
no.
Waterfall.
Oh, so Stephanie's question about us finding out about Santa. Ash's question about our favorite holiday songs that we will again put on Spotify or YouTube, whatever makes it the easiest for us and you. Maybe YouTube would be good. Ooh, anyway,
Will we get into issues with rights?
no, you can
Oh, just make a
playlist and share it.
list.
Yeah.
Just make a list. Yeah,
yeah, and
and
then,
check it twice.
And then
you.
Santa's naughty and nice list. What question? Like, what would you have had to have done to be on the naughty list?
Fuck someone over.
What would you kill the guy? Sorry, no, Family Guy. Have you ever seen the what would you do?
Yes.
For a contact party.
Oh, yeah,
Someone's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
would you kill a guy?
With Cool Whip.
It's so good.
Anyway,
I think be mean to someone, like truly, just
What
horrible.
kind of mean? I feel like we're mean constantly, but
I don't
when
think
it's
we're
deserved-
actually maliciously mean though.
Sometimes
Really?
I have pushed people out of the way to get on a bus.
what? Okay,
People
let's revisit
suck.
you whether or not you should make the nice list.
70's like I've only
Suck.
shoved a small Asian woman down the stairs in the Muni 3 times.
She
but...
shoved me first.
Oh my god, she was 135. Okay, she gets to go on the fucking Muni.
And I didn't prohibit her from going onto the Muni, but she was taking a very long time for me to get out of one place and to get somewhere else.
Because she was 135 years old.
You don't need to be 4 feet wide to get there. She was not. She was she was half a foot at most wide. And she was just
Did she have a
being
purple
difficult
perm?
to be difficult. And
Alright,
I just
so
won
I'm gonna
off
let
the
Santa
bus.
know that he needs to revisit your classification for holidays. Anyway,
for the holiday cheer.
for the holiday list. This has been good though.
Krampus
I
will
appreciate you guys.
visit me.
If you guys do get a chance, we'll do another holiday kind of themed episode next week for the before Christmas.
Everything
but
we do is kind of.
everything we do is kind of themed.
I
This
like
is
it.
a fully themed, full on
Kinda.
holiday themed episode. I think.
Kinda.
So anyway, we will again check the notes for the list, the playlist of our songs. Visit our website, visit our Instagram. Ashley will be back soon, so we'll be back to normal with our Instagram posts soon. And until then, enjoy the oddities that we are posting for now.
And listen to
Instagram, and if I'm not posting, it's because I'm stalking. Sorry.
And listen to our Spotify list, because hopefully we can post it out with this episode so you can hear the songs.
Yeah, listen to it. Let us know what you would add to the list as well.
Yes. Excellent idea. I was just going to say that.
Oh, you were? Huh. Oh, weird.
So this wraps it up.
Yep.
Episode 19.
Shh, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Take a shot.
Christian College, take 2.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Sleigh bells ring.
Why